So me being broke is a no-no. Bitches tough on the net, but be scary in person. You catch me out by my dolo. Or catch me with gang, we riding in traffic, we always...
Hey guys, it's your girl Jemiah, back at it again with another motherfucking YouTube video. And today I'm coming at you guys with an updated hygiene routine, but this hygiene routine is how to keep your downstairs area looking pretty and keeping it healthy. Now, the last video I basically gave like tips on how to make sure everything's going good down there, like your pH balance and all of that, but I know there are some people that don't know how to keep this looking good, so I'm about to tell you. So if you want to know how to keep your V area looking pretty and keeping it nice and healthy, then keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing we're going to get into is how to keep it pretty. Now, one thing I've learned, I'm turning 18 in 12 days, I think. Yeah, 12 days. One thing I've learned from years of being a female, a woman, shaving ain't it. It's not. It is not. I haven't even started getting waxes yet, but I know that every single time, I'm going to put this a little bit lower just so you guys can see more. Okay. Every single time I shave, I get ingrown hairs. I get razor bumps. Literally, the tweezers have become my best friend when it comes to ingrown hairs. It's terrible, and I hate that. I really do. So, for one, put the razors down. And if you do not want to put your razors down, you don't feel like going to get waxes, or you don't have the money to keep that up, or you just overall don't want to deal with the pain, I suggest getting a nice scrub. Now, this is what? Kitty Scrub by Goddess of the Sea Beauty. Now, I've only used this one time, but it smells super duper good. I'm trying to put it in the light so you guys can see. Let me focus it. Okay, yeah, it smells really good, and it's pink, my favorite color. But yeah, you just want to make sure that you're exfoliating. That's one of the main things. Oh, forgot to focus it back. You want to make sure that you're exfoliating, especially even if you're not, like even if you're getting waxes, exfoliate in between waxes, exfoliate, 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 because that's going to make sure that the skin down there is remaining soft and it's not getting dry. And speaking of getting dry, you want to make sure you're moisturizing. Now, with me, when it comes to moisturization, I don't put lotion down there, not even unscented lotion. I don't trust it that much, so I don't do it. So what I do use when I moisturize is aloe vera gel and tea tree oil. Now, if you're like me and you're prone to razor bumps and ingrown hairs, then tea tree oil is going to be one of your best friends as well, because it dries it all up and it helps it remain nice and clear, and it helps keep the area clean too. And if I'm not using this aloe vera gel, I use this one, but I kind of stopped using this one because it says with pure aloe vera gel, but it doesn't say it's 100% pure aloe vera gel, so I kind of stopped using it. And the only one I use, this one is by Fruit of the Earth, and it literally says the only ingredient is 100% pure aloe vera gel. So this is the one I use. Somebody is being obnoxious with a motorcycle in the background, but that's okay. So what's next? We're gonna get into overall like look of your V area. So this is when turmeric scrub comes into play. Now, you can honestly get turmeric scrub from anywhere. You can make it at your own house. There's lots of tutorials on how to make it. I've seen them. I've just never tried it out before. But this is my turmeric scrub. And what turmeric scrub does is it lightens the skin. Now, it's not like, oh, you're bleaching your skin. No. So those darker areas, especially because I know since a whole bunch of people, your thighs, they chafe, and shaving over time creates darker areas. So when you start getting those darker areas, I'm going to turn this down so it's entirely too bright. There we go. When you start getting those darker areas, what you want to use is turmeric scrub. Why do you want to use that? Because it's going to help even out your skin complexion. You can honestly use it wherever you want on your body, but since this is a video about the V area, we're talking about that. And you just put it, honestly, what I do is I put it like right where my thighs like meet, and I just scrub right there, and it honestly helps so much. But it's going to take a little minute for you to start seeing results, so you have to use this consistently, and it might stain your nails because it stained mine plenty of times before. I do not suggest using this. If you have acrylics on, wear gloves, exfoliating gloves, something, because it will stain your nails and it'll take a minute for it to get out. Now, if you have white nails, I honestly just don't use this. Use gloves. Use gloves when you wear it. I wouldn't even take that chance. But yeah, I think that's all for like the overall look, and I can give you guys tips as well. So one thing I do is if I do shave, like if it's urgent, because sometimes some people just don't like having hair down there, shave like not against the growth, but with the way that it's growing. So of course it's not going to be bald eagle out here, because I know that's what everybody wants, but no, especially if you're prone to razor bumps, you can't do that. It's not good. It's if you shave against the growth so that it's like most all the hair is going to be gone, it's going to cause you not only skin irritation, but it's going to leave areas for ingrown hairs, razor bumps, all that stuff. And when you're shaving, please make sure that it is coated very thick, very thick, with some type of conditioner. I know people use conditioner, shaving cream. I think shaving cream is the best. Conditioner works as well, but it's kind of too thin for me between the barrier of like my skin and the razor, and you always want to make sure you have a barrier between that, because that's not good for your skin. Like I said, razor bumps, razor bumps, razor bumps. So you want to make sure that is a very big one when you're using razors. I'm about to go get my first wax when the 22nd, I think. So I'm gonna take you guys along with me for that too, because I'm honestly tired of getting razor bumps, and I'm tired of my skin down there getting darker and just having the irritated bumps and ingrown hairs, having to use my tweezers every single time I get an ingrown hair. It's aggravating, it's nerve-wracking, and I want it to look nice. Like everybody wants to look nice down there, I feel like. Anywho, we're gonna get back to it. So now that we've gone over everything about how to keep her looking pretty, looking nice, we're gonna get into how to keep her healthy. So everything that's dealing with anything that people want to get better, drink water. Whether it's losing weight, making sure that your skin is clear, everything, water. So I suck at drinking water. I hate the way it tastes, but what I tend to do is I put lemon juice in my water, and I put strawberries or some other type of fruit in my water, because I don't like drinking water plain, especially spring water. Spring water is really nasty to me. Even though it's natural, it tastes like it tastes natural, if that makes sense. Like it doesn't taste like smooth and clear. It tastes like it has some minerals and stuff in it. It might just be me, but I don't like the way spring water tastes, so I always put it in something. And you already know I use my coldest water bottle to put my stuff in, or I use one of my what are they called, like mason jar cups, but mainly I use this only because it keeps my water nice and cold. If you guys want to get you one, you already know, check the description and I'll have a link for you, a little code that you can use to get some money off. Okay, next up on the list is one of my not even one of my favorite thing. Now I'm gonna let you see the bottle that I've barely used, and then I'm gonna let you see the bottle that I have used. So this is the bottle that I've barely used. You can see there's still a good bit in here. Now this is the bottle, I don't know if you can see, that I have been using. It's literally almost gone. Like all of it, it's almost gone. And I've had this for what, like 2 months now. I don't use too much of it, but I wash every day, so I use enough of it. And this stuff right here, this is V Gentle. It's by Vfresh. It's their what's it called? pH balancing cleansing wash infused with apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is a very big yes when it comes to pH balances. Because of its acidity, it makes sure that everything down there is going good, like making sure it's fresh, clean, smelling good, feeling good, everything. So it's sulfate free, which is a big plus, dye free, which is another big plus, fragrance free, which is what a lot of people tend to struggle with when it comes to down there. Do not use no type of fragrances down there. Do not use your body wash down there. Do not use scented Dove soap down there. Even if even if it's the bar soap, don't use that down there. Don't use nothing that got no type of fragrances down there as far as washing. Now, this scrub right here, this is okay. You're not getting that nowhere near your area. You're mainly doing it on the outside near your thighs. That's what you want to make sure with this. And this is what you want to make sure with. Like, make sure these things right here get nowhere near that hole. That hole right there is your vagina. Don't get it nowhere near there. You want to make sure you're around the labia, the vulva, all that good stuff. Make sure this don't get nowhere in that hole. Make sure no soap gets nowhere in the hole. Even this soap right here, nothing should be going in there. Nothing. I mean, if you're doing whatever you're doing, sure, go ahead. But soaps, no. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. And lastly, it's also hypoallergenic, so there's going to be no type of reactions to this. Now, when I tell you this has no scent at all, because you see stuff that says fragrance free and it really don't be fragrance free. This stuff literally smells, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it just smells like nothing in my opinion. Like, it just has like a, what's the thing? Like, it's not glycerin. It just smells like, I don't know, it smells like soap to me, just not like, it doesn't have a fragrance. I don't know how else to put it, but it doesn't have a fragrance. So this, hold up, not even on the right side. This right here is what you should get. Now, they also sent me something else. And mind you, whenever I promote things, I don't promote it and give you fake reviews. As you can see, I've been using this constantly. There is no pouring stuff out. Like, they gave me 2 bottles. So this one, I haven't even started using it. But this one, I literally use it in the shower every single day. That's another thing that a lot of people mess up with. And I even messed up with it, which is why I went to just using this again. Because I was trying out a whole bunch of different soaps for down there just to make sure like everything was going fine. And I was really using something that was really good for her. So don't switch up soaps, because switching up soaps will throw off your pH balance. You're putting too much stuff down there, especially if certain things have certain fragrances and stuff like that. You don't want to put none of that down there, nothing at all these different Yanni bars and all this other stuff. Choose 1 or 2 and stick with those. Like, you know, I am heavy on Carmelam Naturals, their Yanni bar. I use it from time to time, but mainly I'm using this soap right here down there, and this soap only. Like, when I tell you I only use that other bar every now and then, like say I feel like I really need to be super duper fresh, then I'll use that. But other than that, I mainly use this. You want to make sure you're sticking between 1 to 2 soaps only, and you're not trying out a whole bunch of different things, because like I said, that will throw off your pH balance. Now, this is the other product right here. This is V-Cleanse. Now, these are boric acid supplements. Now, if you don't know what those are, well, not supplements, you don't take these by mouth. These are suppositories, so you insert them. They look like this. It's not gonna focus, but yeah, they just look like a little pill, and you put it inside the inserter. I used mine already, so I'm gonna see if I have another one. Okay, so this is what it looks like. We're gonna see if we can open this. I don't even know how to. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put it in here. Of course, make sure your hands are nice and clean, and you're gonna stick it up your vagina. Yeah, don't do it like that. Don't do it like that. We're gonna use another one. That one's just gonna have to go in the trash can because it touched the floor. But yeah, you do it nice and slow, and you push it all the way up in there, and then you're done. I'm gonna put this one back because my hands are clean. So that's how you use those. I barely use these only because I never really get the chance to, because I don't like taking them when I'm on my cycle. You are free to use these on your cycle, but I feel like I feel like the outcome would be better if you weren't on them. Now, suppositories are something that is subject to different people. So the main reason you would use these are if you have a yeast infection. So I feel like the only time I really need to use these is if I feel like my pH balance is off. So I'll probably only use like 1 or 2, but I haven't gotten to the point where I need like the whole, like most people take them like once every day at nighttime. You can take them in the morning, but I know you can take these once or twice a day. I'm pretty sure that's what it said, but I only did it one time at night for 2 days, and what you get is the stuff that comes out is like I don't know, it's basically clearing out all the toxins and stuff that might be in there that might be causing your pH balance to be off, and it all comes out through your discharge. So you get it. Most people wear panty liners with them. I wear pads just because I feel like that makes me feel cleaner. And then you dispose of it, you put it in again the next night, and then you're good until you start seeing your symptoms go away. This kind of, I say to use this in increments, because since it is kind of strong, because it is boric acid, in my opinion, I feel like taking it every single day, like for weeks at a time, wouldn't really do any good. Because if it's not clearing you up within that point in time, you might want to go to your doctor. That's another thing that's really big, is if you feel like something is off with you, go to your doctor. Don't sit there and let people tell you, oh no, you're fine, everything's good. No, if you feel like something is wrong, then you go to your doctor. If you are a child, or if you are around my age, like I'm 17, I don't have a car. If I want to go to the doctor, I will tell my mother, Mom, I think something is wrong, or I just want to make sure everything is going okay down there. Let me go to the doctor. Please set me an appointment. Stuff like that. Caring about your health should not be a bad thing. If anything, try to go to Planned Parenthood or stuff like that. They do things like that for really, really cheap, sometimes even free. So it all depends. But we're going to move into the next thing, which are cranberry pills. Now, if you know me, you know I'm a strong advocate for cranberry pills. This is, where's my other pack? This is the pack that I've already used. I don't use them all the time. I mainly only use them, like I said, if I feel like I threw my pH balance off. But currently, I haven't really been using them like that. But what these do, a lot of people say don't take them because they're for urinary tract. Cranberry doesn't do anything dealing with your pH balance. Cranberries, they have probiotics. So if probiotics, stuff like, you know, yogurt, stuff that have stuff like that in it, that's good for down there. That's good for your pH balance. So drinking cranberry juice, taking cranberry supplements. I have not only these ones that I got from Azo. These are specifically for urinary tract health, but they help with down there as well. So don't let anybody try to tell you differently. And then I have these from Spring Valley, and these are cranberry extract pills. So whatever works best for you. There's also these pills right here. They're not necessarily, are they boric acid? I don't even know. You'd have to read the instructions in full because I threw the boxes away. But these are yeast infection pills. And honestly, like I said, you don't necessarily have to have a yeast infection to use these pills. They could just help clear up your pH balance. If you really feel like it's off, I'd say consulting with a doctor first beforehand. But it honestly just goes to if you really know your body. I know my body, so I know if my pH balance feels off, I know what to do to help get it back on track. So that's what I use. Now, like I said, you don't have to have a yeast infection to do it, but if you do have a yeast infection and you feel like it's not clearing up, consult a doctor. Sometimes even consult a doctor beforehand just to make sure it's a yeast infection and you're not using like over-the-counter yeast infection medicine to clear up something that's not even there. It all just depends. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. If I have not put that out there yet, I am not a doctor. You do not have to listen to anything I say. Always consult a doctor first when it comes to inserting anything anywhere that you have not done before, or consult a parent first or something like that if you're younger. So like I said, it's all up to what you feel like is good and what you feel like you can handle, what you feel like is good for you. So one of the other things, sometimes I use okay, when I'm cleaning down there, I might use a washcloth. Most of the time though, I feel like it's better if you use your hands. Why? Because washcloths, or like rags, whatever you call them, they can be a little harsh. Now, I honestly want to start getting the baby washcloths for down there just because sometimes I feel like my hands aren't enough, but we're gonna give a little demo. I'm trying to see what I can use. You know what, we're not. So if you know what a V look like, it's shaped like this. It's kind of like, it's a little, you know. So what you want to do is put your fingers right there in between the two lips and like rub like that with the stuff, and then rub around kind of like on the base, not actually like in there, but just like on the top, kind of like the part near your bikini area. All of that, you want to make sure all of that is clean and all of that is good, fresh, because you don't want to leave no type of residue behind. Leaving moisture down there can create fungus, it can create bacteria. You want to make sure that down there is nice and dry and clean, because what we don't want is yeast infections, because moisture leads to yeast. I'm telling y'all, I'm putting y'all on right now. Another thing, like I said, dealing with the apple cider vinegar and the V Gentle, is actual apple cider vinegar in your bath. Now, I know a lot of people don't take baths. I don't really take baths like that anymore unless I'm stressed out. But when I do take baths, I always, once I get ready to drain my water out, I clean the tub again, and then I close the drain and I fill the tub up, and I put like 2 cups of apple cider vinegar in there, 1.5 to 2 cups, something like that. You always want to make sure you're getting the one that says with the mother, because that's the really good one, and you want to make sure it's organic apple cider vinegar. Now, like I said, what this is going to do is it's going to help your pH balance, it's going to help clean everything out, and you're going to be sitting there feeling fresh, feeling good, feeling new. Now, other things that you can do to help your health would be actually drinking cranberry juice. Now, don't drink the cranberry juice cocktail. You want to drink the 100% juice, and even maybe see if you can go. I saw it at Walmart. It was like raw organic cranberry juice, and it was like $5 for literally just a little, like $5-6 for a little thing like this. If that's what you need to do, then go ahead and do it. Drink lots of water, a whole bunch of water. Make sure you're eating your yogurt. I hate yogurt, but I'm about to start eating Greek yogurt just to help down there a little bit more. Even though I really don't, I hate flavored yogurt. Flavored yogurt is disgusting to me. Like strawberry, all that, that's nasty. Make sure you are not eating too much dairy, because dairy is definitely not good for down there. Dairy's not good at all, but like if you really got to, then go ahead. But I'd honestly say stay away from dairy. Honestly, red meats aren't good for down there. Make sure you're eating a whole bunch of vegetables. Make sure you're eating your fruits. Fruits are a very big one. Like people say, pineapples, strawberries are a big one. Apples are really good for down there. Just make sure you're eating stuff that is good for your body. Just the same way people would tell you, oh, to keep your skin clear, you want to make sure you're eating and putting good stuff in your body. It's the same thing for down there. I feel like down here is way more important than what my skin looks like, honestly. Because if I'm not feeling good down here, then the rest of me isn't even feeling good. Regardless of if my skin is breaking out or if it's like straight clear, I don't feel good, and I know a whole bunch of other females can relate. So honestly, if you feel like something is wrong, don't feel disgusted, don't feel nasty, baby. I'm telling you all the stuff you need to make sure you are good. And if none of this stuff works, consult a physician. If you feel like you are uncomfortable doing some of this stuff, consult a physician or consult a parent or somebody else that you feel like you trust and you feel like they could steer you in the right direction. Remember, I am not a doctor. None of the stuff that I'm saying is positive, like it's gonna for sure work for you. This is just what works for me. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.